Have you ever just had this feeling, this gut feeling that you're capable of so much more? You know, that there's this other version of your life that's just right there, but you can't quite seem to grab it? Well, in this explainer, we're diving deep into Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural, which makes a pretty bold claim. Not only is that feeling real, but you actually have the power to access that potential and start doing the truly uncommon. So let's explore how.
But first, a quick gut check. Think about your day-to-day routine. Does it ever feel like you're stuck in a loop? Like you wake up, you have the same thoughts, you feel the same old emotions, and surprise, surprise, you get the same results. According to Dr. Dispenza's work, this isn't just in your head. For a lot of us, it's a biological reality. So how does this happen? How do we get so stuck? Well, it turns out we can become biologically trapped by our own history. Yeah, our past, all those experiences, thoughts, and feelings literally wire us to create a future that looks an awful lot like yesterday. But to break out, you first have to understand how the trap even works. Now, we all think we know what a habit is, right? But Dr. Dispenza's definition is way deeper. It's not just an action, it's a full-body program. It's when you've done something, thought something, and felt something so many times that your body has it all memorized. Your body literally becomes the mind, running the show on autopilot and just dragging you toward a predictable future. And what's the fuel for this autopilot? So often it's stress. When we're living in survival mode, worrying about money, our job, our relationships, our bodies get flooded with these really powerful chemicals, like adrenaline and cortisol. And over time, and this is the crazy part, our bodies can get chemically addicted to the very emotions of anger, fear, or guilt. We end up subconsciously looking for situations that give us that familiar, stressful fix. Okay, so if we're trapped by our own biology, how do we escape? This is where the ideas start to get really mind-bending. The book says the key isn't to fight the old reality, but to access a whole new one. A realm of pure, untapped possibility that exists beyond our physical senses. This is what the book calls the quantum field, or the unified field. Just imagine for a second an invisible ocean of infinite possibilities, where every single future you could ever dream of already exists. It's not just empty space, it's humming with energy and information. And here's the most important part. It's not out there somewhere. We have access to it right here, right now. You see, our normal, everyday reality is, well, it's predictable. It's Newtonian. It's all about cause and effect. But the quantum world, it's a totally different ballgame. It's a place where your awareness, your mind, actually influences reality. A place where mind and matter are one and the same. This is the playground where the unpredictable, the miraculous, can actually happen. Okay, so this quantum field of possibility exists. That's a huge idea. But how do we actually connect with it, right? How do we go from just knowing about it to actually using it? Well, the work gives us two primary tools for creation. The whole process really boils down to two things. First, you've got to quiet down that busy analytical brain of yours, the part that's always worrying and overthinking. That's called brain coherence. And second, you have to learn to generate a powerful, positive emotional signal from your heart. That's heart coherence. Let's dig into each one. So, brain coherence is all about changing your brain waves. You see, most of the day we're buzzing along in high-stress beta waves. But through meditation, the goal is to slow those waves down, first into the creative alpha state, and then even deeper into the calm theta state. This is so crucial because it lets you sneak past the security guard, your analytical mind, that keeps you locked into your current reality. And get this isn't just some nice idea. It's totally measurable. These are actual results from Dr. Dispenza's workshops. In just 4 days, people learn to dramatically drop the brain activity tied to stress and anxiety, while at the same time cranking up the activity linked to deep calm and connection. They were literally changing their minds. This proves it's a skill you can learn. Now for the second tool, which is just as powerful, heart coherence. Think of your heart like a massive broadcasting tower. It generates this huge electromagnetic field, way, way stronger than the brain's. When you intentionally feel elevated emotions, I'm talking about real gratitude, joy, love, you change the signal that tower is sending out. Instead of broadcasting static, it sends a clear, coherent message that starts to draw your future right to you. So here's the bottom line, and it is so important. You can't think one way and feel another and expect things to change. Your energy has to match your intention. You can't feel lack and expect to create abundance. That elevated emotion, that feeling, That's the magnetic charge that pulls your future out of the quantum field and into your life. Feeling truly is the secret. This all sounds incredible in theory, but what does it actually look like when a real person does it? The book is packed with stories of regular people doing pretty irregular things. Let's look at one really powerful example to make all of this really hit home. So, meet Jennifer. Her body was just in a constant state of crisis. She had multiple autoimmune diseases, crippling arthritis, and was in nonstop pain. From a medical standpoint, her situation looked completely hopeless. Her specialist basically told her, sorry, there's nothing more we can do. But Jennifer decided to make a different choice. Even when just brushing her teeth was a monumental effort, she committed to this work. Every single morning, she'd get up before dawn to do the meditations, to change her brain, to change her heart, and to connect with that field of possibility. And then the breakthrough happened. During one of her meditations, she felt this profound, intense energy that literally began to rewire her body from the inside out. And the result? Within weeks, she was completely symptom-free. She totally defied her medical diagnosis and absolutely floored her doctors. She had literally become someone new. And that really brings us to the absolute core philosophy of all of this. This isn't some cosmic vending machine. You're not meditating to get a new car or to get good health. You're doing the work to become the kind of person who is naturally healthy, who is naturally abundant. The getting is just the proof that you've become. So, we'll end with this thought. The idea here is that a version of you who is more healed, more whole, more powerful, and more loving already exists as a potential in that quantum field. The only thing separating you from that reality is your energy. The only real question then is, who will you choose to become?